Hey there guys, welcome back to the Jinzo&Tonic channel. I have something very cool and special to show you today. So I don't know if you've already seen these. I made a video about them the other day. These are my custom sleeves. I just want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Your Playmat. You can have a look in the description below. There's a code if you guys want to get these playmats. There should be an image there, or drop me a message on Instagram. But basically they do custom sleeves like these, and custom playmats like the one below. And like in the description below, this is my first place deck profile. I won it in many tournaments at my locals, but because of the whole COVID thing, it seems that locals don't really count anymore for some reason. But this also won a competition online amongst all the GOAT format YUGI tubers. Sam Cox, shout out to Sam Cox, he held the competition and he invited me, which was very kind of him. And I ended up taking first place. He has not yet uploaded the videos. It's been quite a while, Sam. So if you're watching this, dude, drop those videos. So in the competition, I played against the Moki channel. I played against goatformat.com, and in the final, I played against Blue Version. He should have the video of the final on his channel. That'll also be down below. And yeah, so let's just get into the deck profile, guys. So it's a Chaos Turbo. I think it's a bit outdated now, but I thought it's probably one of my favorite decks, surprisingly. And yeah, so every card in this deck is actually common. I wanted to make every card common. I found that when playing against people in real life, choosing cards, they could have a bit of a bend to them, especially with like duo or something along those lines, so it just helps with that. Anyway, so got one BLS, Boss Monster, amazing, has to be in every deck basically. We got 3 Chaos Sorcerers, 1 Sinister Serpent, amazing, obviously. 1 Jar. So I think this deck that I'm running, if I'm not mistaken, so it's just got the 1 Jar in it. This card is unbelievable. I do love running the Jar. It just helps you. You're only trying to get this card turned on your turn, just so you can basically get all the resources and use it to like beat your opponent. A nice little refresh. 1 Breaker Magical Warrior. 2 Night Assailants. I've seen a lot of people today are opting out the Night Assailants for Upstart Goblins. Totally your preference. I love using, you'll see now with the traps why I use these. 3 Thunder Dragons. Some of you might know this, some of you might not know this. For obviously the more experienced players, you know this. You can discard all your Thunder Dragons in your hand. So if you have 1, you discard, you get 2 back to your hand. You can discard another one, you can discard another one. Just make sure you shuffle your deck. But yeah, you can send all of them to your graveyard. A nice way to get lights in grave if you want to get your Chaos Monsters out. I got 2 Kaikus. If you don't know what this card does, it doesn't allow you, when this card is face up on the field, your opponent cannot banish cards from their graveyard, so it stops them from getting their own Chaos Monsters out of the field. If this card inflicts damage, you can banish up to 2 monsters from their graveyard. Then we've got a nice little small Dekoichi engine, a nice little way of getting cards to hand. So flip, draw a card. Gravekeeper Spy Engine. I'm only using 2 and not 3. I tend to get 3 in my hand way too often, and when I play 2, I just get 1. So it's just the way I like it. Nice little ratio of me, but you can play with 3. A lot of people do. 2 Magicians of Faith. Get back your spells. Amazing. Zero Priest. This deck, I personally just, at my locals, can't stand, and online, going against scapegoats, and Zero Priest just helps with that, just clear the goats. And then finally, Sangan. Amazing monster, get your Fates or get your Sinister Serpent. Onto the spells and traps. So the Trinity, Pot of Greed, what does it do? 1 Delinquent Duo, it's common. I love it. It's amazing. So yeah, pay 1,000. Your opponent has to discard. You choose one card from their hand, and then they choose one card from their hand. Grace of Charity, amazing. 2 mind controls. So this is my little spicy tech. I played 2 of these and 2 Noblemen of Crossout. Definitely when this deck was made, Chaos Control was huge and everyone was playing a lot of flip monsters. So you would take their, especially at my locals, you would take their spies and their fates and use it against them with the mind controls, or if they try and bait you, you can just knock them. So it's basically like 4 versions of knock. 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Book of Moon, and that's it for the spells. Onto the traps. 1 Phoenix Wind Blast. So this is one of the cards that would be working well with the Night Assailants. It's basically a 4th Raigeki break. So I play 3 Raigeki breaks. These help you get cards from your hand to the graveyard. So if you want to get lights and darks into the graveyard, those are the cards that can help you do that. That's why it's kind of called Chaos Turbo. 1 Ring of Destruction. And then finally 2 Trap Dust Shoots. This card is broken. I tend to only have it in game 1, or any game that I'm going first. If I'm not going first, I generally take it out. I'll show you what I take it out for, but very good card. This card allows you to just get knowledge of your opponent's hand and potentially deck. And yeah, let's get on to the extra side deck. Whichever one it is. Always get confused. So Threatening Roars. These are used, only 2 of them. I take these out if I'm going up against a very aggressive deck such as Reasoning Gate, Bazoo Turbo, anything that's trying to OTK you with a massive hit with monsters. So those 2 come in. I got 2 legendary Jujutsu Masters. These are broken against any warrior deck. People also play Kinetic Soldier. I prefer these. I love sending cards back to the opponent's top of their deck. Very, very cool card. 1 more Trap Dust Shoot. If I want to really just rip their hand apart, I'll add another one in. Royal Decrees, just to stop some burn. Also very good against Chaos Warrior. They are very trap heavy. Royal Decree stops them. Amazing, amazing. 1 Mirror Force. 3rd Kaiku. When you're going up against the mirror matches, Kaikus are unbelievable. 2 Neo Main King. These cards are going to be used. Shout out to you, Conrad, or Manic Lord. He likes to come into our locals quite with a little FTK deck, and we all have to side these in against him. But also just a good card to have, especially if you're going into a major tournament like Worlds. You might find someone playing a sneaky FTK. Another Book of Moon. Good against Goat Control. Also just stopping Chaos Sorcerers from banishing. 1 Tsukiyomi against Goat Control again. And very good with your flip monsters. And then finally a Glass Gravekeeper Spy. I feel like this card can be replaced. Yeah, it can be replaced with something else, but it's nice to just, if you want a nice extra bit of a wall to have there. So yeah, this is my deck. I'm still getting a lot of fun and great success out of it. It's definitely been tweaked, this sort of style of deck, since I made this one. So guys, have a look on my channel. Other people have done the same thing. They've done it differently. I tell everyone that looks at my decks and wants to ask me questions online, like, just go out there, experiment, have fun, build your own deck. Yeah, that's all I can really say. And once again, yeah, just a shout out to my sponsor again, Your Playmat, with these amazing sleeves that they've made me. And with that, guys, cheers.